Press the live tax. You press it already?
Mm-hmm.
Right, then when it below. Alright, Shala, quiet now, we are work now. Hi guys, good afternoon. Welcome to Planka Shop. And Matt. Then wait a second, that's
453 persons.
Oh yeah, watch what they give and this one go to shop here. Never afraid. Look, looks so like it watching. Alright. Hi guys. Auntie Dana here and I'm right in the Planka Shop with the first Planka Love Connection. We have Mr. Gonzalez here and Mrs. Gonzalez. Alright, don't get it here, push things back up on. And for you who don't know or are just watching, Mr. and Mrs. Gonzalez, you met on the Plankatarian Love Connection. To be exact, it was last year, November the 8th, yes. November the 8th, you called in?
Yes, on a Sunday.
Yes. And what did you say to Auntie Dana?
Well, of course, it took a while before I come on the live. And then I said to you, Auntie Dana, I'd like you to make a connection for me. You said, and I'm going to make a connection for you, you're going to make it yourself. And I said, okay, Auntie Dana. And then you asked me a few questions, and some of the response that I gave was that, I'm looking for, a godly person, somebody, in my age group, of course, and, if anything that we have to deal with, we being godly person, we can able to deal with it, and that was it basically.
Yes, so Mr. Gonzalez, before I move on to Mr. Gonzalez, what make you want to use a calling program, especially on social media, a phone to look a wife?
Okay, alright. Well, at first, I was there doing my own thing, and from work to church to home and so forth. Well, never really talking to anybody right away, but and a friend of mine who was Miss Carmen, a church friend of mine who we know each other for many years, and she went overseas to live. We went to Bethel Bible College together and stuff like that. She said, and she called me and she said, Patrick, we can't get to, want me to find girlfriend. And I said to her, no, so, want me to make a link for me overseas straight there, what I mean? And she laughed and me laugh, and then she'd make a suggestion. I said, well, you know, Auntie Dana. We said, I don't know if Auntie Dana really. And she said, yeah, man, go and watch Auntie Dana. You can go on Facebook, type in teaching my cooking skill and stuff, and and then I went on it and I see it, and then we talked during the week, and she says, we don't try on it. And I said, well, I really don't know number XYZ, and of course she gave me the number, and of course I make a link. But before I make a link, I called, I think it was Paula. I think she gave me the number to call Paula, and when I called Paula, she said, well, you have to call Sunday. Of course, I think the first love connection gone already, so it would have been the second one, right? And then I called Miss Carmen and tell her about, say, I don't have a number straight, so for the need. She said, alright, I'm going to give it to you, but I'm not going to give it to you yet. I'm going to give it to you the Sunday or the Saturday night, but don't call until I tell you, and so forth. So exactly that's what happened, and yes, and I went and said my piece, and then show me, well, give my number out on the live, and that's when I began to get, few calls, a lot of calls. And of course, this is what comes out of it, which the God will be the things like that.
So leading up to you choosing Mrs. Gonzalez, were there a lot of women that reach out to you?
Yes.
How did you choose Miss Gonzalez?
Well, alright, based on trying to talk to, everyone, it was a lot of calls, so it was overwhelming. I was surprised and a lot of anxiety and so forth. And I talk to who I can talk to, and I respond to some of the texts that come in on my WhatsApp, of course. And one of the texts that comes in, it was Andrea, and when I called her, you know, and hear her voice, you know, amongst others, but you know, I spoke to her, and her voice was sounding nice and stuff like that, and then we talk, and then I try to answer a little more call, and then she will respond back to me, and then I will respond back to her, and then I get a little more call, and from there, you know, I began to start to gravitate to her more and so forth. In fact, my daughter was in the room, and each time she texts, and I respond, you know, my daughter would laugh and stuff like that, and you know, gradually till, you know, I reach a point where, you know, because I'm not a person there, generally, I don't want to lead persons on. So I don't really, you know, talk to more than one person. Of course, I choose 5 persons, and Angela was a part of it.
Yeah.
And then, you know,
you narrate down to 5.
Yes. But
so much I can't.
Yes. But after that, I never wanted to lyrics everybody and talk and tell everybody the same thing, and everybody feel that I feel the same thing for them. And you know, I just don't feel that it's appropriate, you know. So I just narrow it down to one person, stick with Andrea, and then after speaking to Andrea, of course I talked to 1 or 2 persons just the same. Yeah. But while talking to other persons, I let it be known that I choose Andrea, of course. Okay. And then after that, I began to get other calls, and when I get other calls, I said, "Thank you for calling, appreciate it," and of course I give them a chance to talk. So I said, "Well, thank you for calling, but of course, you know, it was nice knowing you and so forth, but I have already choose somebody, you know, so we're just trying to see how it works. You know, we don't know how it's going to go, but by faith we are taking it step by step and see where it goes." And the person says, "Okay, thank you," and you know, it was done respectfully, the person responded to me respectfully and so forth. So each person that called, I give them a chance to talk, and then I said, "Well, you know, I have choose someone on the program." So I basically tell them the same thing to each person, that I'm going to give it a try and see where it goes. I see where there's a connection, so you know, I want to see where it goes and so forth. And thank you for calling and so forth. And yes, and persons, you know, give their respect and says, "All right, Mr. Gonzalez, you know, thank you," and so forth. So okay, then take care, and I said, "Okay."
Okay, thank you, Mr. Gonzalez. I'll get back to you with further questioning. Ms. Gonzalez, welcome to Planka Shop. We're here with Auntie Dana. At first, it was Mr. Gonzalez who reached out to Auntie Dana to let Auntie Dana know that he found a wife. So how long have you been watching the Planka Show?
I was watching Planka Show in the summertime.
Can you speak up a little bit?
In the summertime.
What, summer? Last year summer? Yeah. You were just one of the Plankatarians, right? What you came on to see?
Well, when I heard about Auntie Dana helping others, someone sent the link to me. So I was watching the link, and I see the community work that she does. And I was like, very interesting. So something I just keep watching, and till I hear Love Connection. But for some reason, that time when I was watching when he called him, but before he called him, or before anyone called him that time on November the 8th, I typed in, and if you go back and see it, I typed and said, okay, I'm not looking for no Love Connection until next year. So I leave it till next year, which was supposed to be technically this year. Yeah. So I was watching a live service, church service, and then I had Plankanation on another device. So I was listening, and then I heard Patrick Gonzalez calling. But one of his stopped to listen to him was first when he said his age, and then he was looking for someone his age in the group, and then he's looking for a God-fearing woman. Yes. That one made me stop and listen to him. And what made me listen more was when he said he has 3 children. I'm like, okay, there's somebody that's not really looking for another child. So let's see.
Okay, so you were not on the live or say what was going on. So you saw the dead live. Okay, when you started to watch Auntie Dana program, you said it was somebody that introduced you to the program. Did you have it in your mind that I could get the husband from this?
No, it wasn't even about Love Connection yet. It was more about the charity.
Yes, yes.
So
Yes.
no idea, no love connection doesn't start with it.
Okay, okay, no love connection. And to see that it has turned out the way it is. So when you called Mr. Gonzalez, what was your first words to it?
You
What
know
did
what
you
my
say?
technique was?
Yeah.
I didn't call. I think before I act, because I realized that a lot of females will be calling.
Yes.
What are the odds that you will answer my phone call? Because I'm sure you rejected some.
Yes.
Right? So I text on WhatsApp instead. And he WhatsApped me back. So like for example, the first message I sent was, "Hi Patrick, my name is Andrea and I got your number from Donna the connection program. And I'm not sure if you're available still."
Yeah.
But that was the first night when he called him.
Yeah.
And he responded and he said, "Hi Andrea, okay. Tell me a little bit about you, and then how about first he said like maybe your age, where you're from." And he said, "Oh well, let me hear your lovely voices now," because I was texting all along,
Yeah.
not voice note.
Yeah.
So when I started voice noting now, that's when we started corresponding for the whole night. And then eventually halfway through the night, my daughter came in the room as well. And she said, "Mom, what are you doing?" And I told her what I was doing. And she came and she looked and she said, "Mom, that's the one, that's the one." I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, that's the one." My daughter don't gravitate to men like that.
Yes, I have to keep the phone to see if anything that anyone of you Plankatarian want me to add. But anyway, so you called, when I spoke to you, you called me in this year after Easter, I think it was February, and you said you're coming down to get married in March.
Yes.
But, and I said, "Are really something this or a joke?" And I said, "You just met somebody and you want to marry already?"
Oh,
Remember,
yes.
that was my exact
Actually,
sentiment. And you said, "Yes, Miss Donna, I am coming down to marry." And I said, "So where is your husband?" And then you think you let him call me after to confirm, but something had came up and the date had changed. That was the first time. Yes, because I never even when you called me, I think I was on the live, and I never even take it that serious.
Yes.
But to see that it has come to perfection, it comes a reality, I must say congratulations to both of you again on behalf of the Plankatarian. And is there anything that you want to tell any future Plankatarian or Plankatarian couples that is going to form up out of this program? Is there anything that you would like to send out there to them?
I want to say that based upon my experience, even though you meet someone over the phone and you believe that the person is interested
Fine.
and
It's
fall
hot
in
here.
love with the person and everything, but it wasn't that easy because there's going to be obstacles, there's going to be ignorances, and you have to hold the faith and you have to hold on. Because I even remember when Mr. Gonzalez called in and said that we were going to get married, and it's like you challenged him as well, but he knew that both of us already made up our mind, our heart and our soul. The number one thing is to put God first, and the second thing is you fall in love with the spiritual side of each other. Yes, because that's what's going to take you further on in life. Yes, because I notice a lot of persons are saying, "Oh, I'm not in love anymore. After 20 years, how can you fall out of love?" and all these things. And I don't love you anymore, so I want a divorce now after 20 years. Life doesn't work like that. You can't just want a divorce after 20 years of marriage. Why? Because I don't love you anymore. It means that something was wrong with the foundation from beginning, right? So since something was wrong with the foundation from beginning, we now know that, so we have to work on the foundation, and this is the foundational stage. The stage that when we met, when we talk on the phone, don't hide anything. Lay everything out. And I know some person will say, "Okay, I have some secrets in my past that I can't say and that I can't say out loud." But if you know that there's something incriminating that you know that will affect your future, it's better you lay it out and let the person make a decision. Because there's always somebody that will love you unconditionally.
Yes.
There is somebody that will love you unconditionally. You just have to find that person, but there is somebody, and you just have to wait. Honestly, in the past, I wasn't a person that would wait.
Okay.
No, and I wasn't a person that civil very well. But I thank God for the experience, and that's what I'm saying. Your past doesn't come to hurt you, it comes to build you. It comes to make you strong. It comes to make you have a better future. Because if it wasn't for my past mistakes, I wouldn't know that Brother Gonzalez is a good person.
Yes.
You understand? So you have to grow up and put God first, and don't let every little thing get you mad, get you upset. Work through it. There's going to be obstacles, so just work through the obstacles, work through the difficulties, right? Because at the end of the day, unconditional love is the thing that matters. Is he going to love me through the pain? Is he going to love me when I get upset, when I get mad? Yes, he is, because he fall in love with every side of me.
Okay. And that has transpired within the months
That has
of
transpired.
you knowing him via the phone.
Yes.
And you are confident enough to say that, well, this man here is going to be my husband.
Yes.
I have no doubts about it. And it has come into reality. I am so proud of you. You just mentioned that you wanted to say something.
All right. Probably about 3 things. I hope it's 3, might be just 2. First of all, let me say that, you know, I know that on a platform like this, persons may feel that it may be difficult to find a partner, right? But as we often say on more than one occasion, that it is the motive of people that makes the relationship don't work. For Jamaica, and I want persons to listen carefully what I'm saying, and Planka. So when you draw your assumption, you will understand exactly what I'm saying. For Jamaican men and women that, you know, that seeking a partner overseas, it's your motive that you have. And for the woman and the man overseas that's seeking a partner in Jamaica, it's your motive that you have. So if you have a motive to take persons and our people and carry them in your country and lock them down as cave persons and don't give them room to breathe and able to allow them to trust them, then you find that there's a problem. For the Jamaican persons, then you have people, you have the motive that, hey, we just want to get my papers and go far and go live, and then after a while we just dish it dirt and so forth. So I am saying, if you genuinely love somebody and you want to find somebody for a long-term partner, I mean, even though this is a platform, it can work. It's a motive. You open and honestly speak to each other and make it be honest. And persons can know when persons are honest, because you can feel our persons even from a distance. Things that you do, you can actually feel our persons. You can push them and feel the person are genuine. You understand? Otherwise from that, I mean, it takes God to make a relationship really work anyway. But different from having a God relationship. If persons really want a partner and you seek on social media and you find one, if it doesn't work, it just don't work. But don't have a motive of negativity. For one, to say, boy, alright, you want somebody with money, or you want somebody for opportunity to go foreign, and that's it. If that's the case, then it will look like the platform or the social media in which persons find each other is not working, which really can actually work. Is persons able to give an honest communication and feel out each other. Secondly, persons may wonder why I go on anti-Dana program with my wedding. My wife may not expect me to say this because she don't think I'm going to say it, but I want to tell persons that I recognize that we have 1 or 2 couples that, you know, there's a negative that come out of it, that, you know, relationship don't work. I really go on it to show persons that it can work. You understand? It's just the motive of individual. It can work. Alright? And so forth. Thirdly, I want to say to persons, you know, remember, no matter what, nobody is perfect, right? Auntie Dana is not perfect, but I can assure you, if what she said or what she does is honest and you see it, then give her credit for it. Because I see where, and it's not because we're on her show now and I'm here, but I observe that she done a lot of good. Now tell me, for me as an individual, me can't do all good all my life. There must be something negative in me. You understand? And I recognize the persons, if you do 100 good and you do 1 bad, the 101 and the one that makes it bad, it mostly get highlighted. So I'm saying, you know, give credit where credit is due. Alright? So that's my
yes, Mr. Gonzalez and Miss Gonzalez. I am so proud of you guys. You know, I am a jovial person. I never take on a serious at first, you know. I said, so, you know, basic phone thing. So there's hope out there for those who looking a husband, a wife, or just a spouse, or just a companion. There's hope out there on the Plankatarian show. We have a diverse variety of people over here, different countries, different types of. If you are looking for that special one, if you are looking for that loved one, join us right here on the Planka shop. We have somebody for you. You might not get the call while I'm on the live, but I'm sure while I'm off the live, you will get a call or you will find your loved one. And we want to put it out there that it's not everybody's going to be a connection. You're going to have some disconnections out there. When I say disconnection, I mean you might not find love like Mr. Gonzalez and get married like Miss Gonzalez, although we'd like everybody to do that. But you're going to find interests out there that you might go into and you don't get a connection, it doesn't work out, and you might say, oh boy, etc., etc. But remember that in everything there is good and there's always bad.
Amen.
You have to choose to be the good side
Amen.
of whatever situation you're going. And I want to encourage you guys that as the Planka boss, the Planka mother, the Planka anchor, as in both relationships, it takes time.
Yes.
You are young now in your union. At all times, as you said it before me, God should be the center of your marriage. At all times, you should have a prayer in relationship together. Prayer bonds people. Even if your husband, Ms. Gonzalez, live America and you in Canada and you live here, even if you cannot get to pray together, call in if it's even one time for the week and have a prayer relationship where you talk to God and the phone is on, because phone is a connection now. Jealousy is a hell of a thing. So Ms. Gonzalez as a wife, know you're gonna get jealous at times. I know that, and you also. Please don't allow anybody to hearsay and people to distract you from the prize that is right here. And all I can say, love, let God lead the way. Mr. Gonzalez, I don't know you for long, but you seem like a genuinely nice, loving husband. Ms. Gonzalez, on the other hand, she look like a more quiet and a more reserved person. So both of you combined together, and it to me is the perfect union. So is there anything that you want to say out there before I go into the donations that persons bless you with? You're not on the program and you did not ask for any form of donation or any form of collection. While I was having my life, can we get water please? It's a bit hot here because the fan turned on. While I was having my life and everybody said, Auntie Donna, going to the Planka wedding, I came on and I said, you can't expect to send the Planka basket wedding and not give me nothing to carry, because I can't go represent the Planka Nation and don't have a gift. And my Plankatarians came on board and donated something from their heart. It's not the amount that counts, it's the gift that counts. And we have to give God thanks for them. And I am so happy that I will be handing out this blessing. I'm not going to call it a donation. I'm going to call it a blessing for you guys to do whatever you want. If you want to go on a holiday or go and eat, it's whatever, up to you, whatever you want to do. I enjoyed your wedding, Plankatarian, enjoyed, and I want you both to know that on social media there's a lot of negativity and there's a lot of positivity. But I want you to understand that you must not allow the negativity to bring you down or to let you feel bad. You have to understand that even while you're on this live, there might be people out there who are writing negative or have something negative to say. I don't want you to let that get you distracted. I don't want you to let that get you say, boy, I'm sorry, I came. You're a Plankatarian, so you know how the comment section works. I'm not going to render on that today. So I just want to say congratulations again. Thank you on behalf of the Planka Nation. And I want to see if there's anybody here have any questions that they would like to ask Ms. Gonzalez before we go into the donation process of this live. So you are free to call in. Please be quiet. Don't be repeat. I'm anti-working now. Yes, so Claudia, please make sure Shana start the night, please. So please remember that if you have any questions before I start the donations, you guys are free to call in and talk to them on the phone and that. Hello, good afternoon. Yes, good afternoon.
I just want to say congratulations
Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
Hold on, let me turn up the phone a little bit low. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Alright, let me take another call. Tough, please, I am working here. Please have some respect. Yes, good afternoon. Don't worry. One child. Don't turn to call. I will see the people in mind. Yes, go ahead.
Yes, I just want to say congratulations to the brothers. I know all the God in your relationship. You know, we've got a more possible. And I just wanted to know that there are going to be some people come negatively. So, they are Plankatarian, as I said, she knows the shore.
Yeah, she know. I try to explain that to her.
Person inside, and as we are taking God and know that we've got on possible. Just wanted to have a happy marriage and continue to love each other.
Alright. Thank you. We're not going to take a lot of calls. We're just going to take a few. Alright. Next caller. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Dana.
Yes, good afternoon.
I want to pick up the couple.
Yeah.
And congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I wish them long life and happiness.
Alright.
Thank you.
Yes, God bless. We're going to take like one more calls before we hand over the donations. Okay, nobody like that. Oh, yes. Hello, good afternoon, Auntie Dana.
Hi, Auntie Dana, how are you?
I'm fine.
Here at work watching.
Yes.
I just want to say a comment to the Gonzalez. Congratulations. And there's a topic that Mr. Gonzalez touched, and it's a very true topic.
Yes.
The motive of
Yes.
people. You have someone has a positive motive, and you have someone has a negative motive. But we just have to remember and pray, nothing be prior.
Yes.
And he's right, you can feel out the person and know the person. But again, congratulations to you both, and never go to your bed and pray.
Amen. We have really decided
Never
that.
go to your bed and pray.
Huh?
Bless and have a good day.
Now we're going to take the question by the phone. Alright, let me take one more call. Hello, good afternoon.
Bye-bye.
Yes, thank you. Alright, we're just going to take good afternoon, Auntie Dana.
1 in a million, Auntie Dana.
Good afternoon.
Oh my, 1 in a million. Trust me, I'm watching this and I'm so happy for the couple.
Yes.
Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Gonzalez.
Thank you.
Oh my God, my heart is so full. Auntie Dana, keep on doing the good work. These are, oh my God, we want like 2 more here in Jamaica, trust me.
All right.
1 in a million.
We'll eat more than your man.
I'm so happy. 1 in a million. Bless up yourself, Auntie Dana. God bless.
Thank you. God bless you. Well, the class flooded me now. And let me just take a few. Just can everybody watch. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello?
Yes.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yeah.
Congratulations to the couple.
Thank you.
And I must say, I am willing to receive the first Blanca wedding.
Yes.
But we want to ask, Mrs. Gonzalez,
Yes.
questions right here. I hear yesterday that you are putting everything into it from foundation, because if your foundation is wrong from the start, it will be wrong at the end. And I see that you were, I don't know if the gentleman was already wed, but the first interview on the live, I realized that you were already wed.
Yes.
Do you think that not much was put into it? Because I know that getting married, it's a working relationship,
Yes.
and it's between two forgivers,
Yes.
and they're compromising. You have to relationship. What do you think really caused a breakdown in a marriage? Now that you are on the line and you have some advice for single persons or persons who are not being wed yet, would you want to shed some light, give some advice, some counseling, or to give some suggestions to persons who are thinking of getting married, who have never been married before, or persons who have been married before, but it did not work on their hand? Say, for instance, a man and a woman got married, and the man just walked out of the relationship after not being satisfied or has fallen out of love, and
Hold on a second.
eventually get divorced and want to move on with their life. Give us some advice, give us some suggestions.
Okay, hold on a second. Good afternoon. Can I interject here? I see what you're getting at, and remember, we are not here to discuss divorce and stuff. They are happily married now, and we wouldn't want to put her back into a relationship that both of them were once in. So I would not allow them to answer that question. We don't want to dampen the mood. This is not the time and place for questions like that. You would have to ask a question like this when I'm on the live, or when we are they can call in and you can ask questions like that. This is not based on their wedding today and they're congratulating them. Alright? No disrespect. Yes, thank you. Alright, callers, please bear in mind that this is a married couple right here. I'm listening to the conversation that the lady the questions were not pertaining to them being married. We don't want to go in their past life. This is not the time and place for these sort of questions. So I'm going to stop taking the calls. We don't want any more of that type of call coming. Please bear in mind that we are here to celebrate and to congratulate, not to ask about past feelings or who divorced or why was she divorced, etc. Okay, so Mr. Gonzalez and Miss Gonzalez. Yes, he's pointing that I must turn the camera to you.
Oh my God.
So we had a little gift for you, and on behalf of the Plankatarian, I want to read this card. It said, "Wedding wishes for today, wishing you the perfect day to celebrate your love." And it said, for tomorrow, wishing you a lifetime filled with dreams. This was supposed to be on the day of your wedding, but because we saw what happened, declaring God's greatest blessing is where all you need to take care of all your trials. Remember, communication is very important. To Mr. and Mrs. Gonzalez from the Planka Boss and the Planka Nation and the Planka team, we love you. July 20th, 2021. That was your wedding day. So I got some donations for you, some blessings for you, and I'm going to call them out. Yeah, it's back.
I don't have a permit. Sister, big. I'm not sure.